Boarding a plane in Anchorage, we follow the Aleutian Island chain, which forms the northern border of the Pacific Rim and stretches nearly to Siberia. Dutch Harbor is a small port town on Unalaska Island, about a third of the way out. It's an isolated frontier settlement, cold, gray, and fogged in. The native population is Aleut, but a seafood company employs migrant workers from all over the world, adding an international flavor. During World War II, Dutch Harbor was a major U.S. Navy base where a crucial battle took place. When we arrived in August, the air was thick with moisture. A cold wind cut to the bone and heavy clouds shroud the mountains. This is going to be a good day. We're aboard the Shergood with Captain Kiwi Thompson and first mate Rocky Calero. Kiwi's a New Zealander who came here for a vacation 11 years ago and never left.
This is a very hard place to enjoy. The Aleutian Islands are just very rough and raw, and people who have to come here because of their jobs and stuff, 95% of them hate the place. And the other 5% love it just as much. And they're the ones who actually open their eyes, I think. That's all it is.
Our destination is on the backside of Anolga Pass, a nasty little cove surrounded by randomly exposed reefs above jagged, broken underwater structure. Kiwi seems to know something.
Okay, gentlemen, there you are right in the gut here of the Pacific Ocean, reaching into this pass.
So this is like the first place that they're coming in through this pass, huh?
They're sitting up in here waiting for that feed to come to them.
They could be big fish.
And we go out and we stalk, and we hunt nooks and crannies, and we go alongside a structure, alongside a wall, a sea wall, and look for little pockets where we might find a big fish laying up in there.
How many feet of water are we in here?
130.
Oh, that's not too bad.
I know what it takes, how much effort you can put into this. And I had a feeling that this is, after talking to Babe, that this is a guy who wants to fish. This is a guy who knows fish. He's a guy who deserves fish.
Oh, my Lord, is this a hog?
Okay, what's actually? Are you comfortable?
No. This is a really big fish, boys.
Let me grab that down.
You got it? Yeah.
Pick it up?
Yeah, let's pick it up. Okay, you're gonna have to keep it as wide as you can from the boat there. In fact, I'm gonna take a stick. You got him? Okay, you're on. You're clear.
Grab that down.
You got it? Yeah.
Pick it up?
Yeah, let's pick it up. Okay.
We're in search of the world record, boys, and I might have hooked him. Look at this, I'm not moving him. I'm putting 260 pounds against him and he's out pulling me. Holy mackerel!
Wow, that's a big fish.
Kill his engines, Rocky. These are 220, 240, maybe more, maybe 280.
Oh! This is like a sea monster. Hang on, somebody grab Kiwi. I don't want to lose him too, man. Did you see him take off like a bucking bronco in the water? Yeah, I felt every jumping. I mean, that was...
There you go.
This fish over 300 pounds.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh!
Youch! I just broke my fingers. Can't feel
You got
them.
him tied off?
Yeah.
Oh, what are you doing this for? I bet you take your fingers.
Bad.
Oh! Snapped right in half at the knuckle.
Yep.
Oh, we got
Rocky, go and get me a bloody, get me that first aid kit.
We've got a dilemma on our hands. Although he didn't say a word, Kiwi's fractured finger needs medical attention. Besides, the fish I caught deserves a weigh-in, and the sooner, the better. The fish is in a class of its own, easily over 300 pounds. It won't fit in the holding bin of the Shergood, and since it's been harpooned, we really can't release it. The only option is to land it on our filming boat, the 32-foot Grand Aleutian. He won't go through the door.
300.
I did what I thought was right in taking him to where I knew there are big fish. Thinking that, you know, knowing that here's somebody who could get one of these guys.
Catching that monster halibut is a moment I'll never forget. But the story didn't end there. After boating that fish, we realized it was much larger than we had originally thought. Hey, we needed to get to a scale and fast. But on the way back to Dutch Harbor, we made just one quick stop at the place the world record had been caught the year before. And here's what happened.
Feels like one big fish. Oh, look at this. Oh, I don't know if it's bigger than that other one. Tell you what you don't want to do, you get too many of these in a day. Look at him shake his head. He moves that rod 2 feet when he shakes his head. I just bounced him along the rocks and I felt him go, one hit again. I dig it. Little guys don't do that. Thing is bigger than hood on a Volkswagen. Look at that big cow. Good Lord, what a fish. I don't think we need to kill him. Let's tag him. Sure, let's tag him. I don't think this fish is bigger than that other one. He's not gonna like this pretty soon. That's what I knew he was. Ah! Oh, Lord.
I didn't even have to poke them.
Ah!
To me, a lot of this halibut fishing, it borderlines on this type thing like bear hunting. You go out, you're going to go after the big halibut. There is that remote chance that big halibut's going to get to eat you.
How much do you think this thing is?
Oh, about 240. About right about there.
About 240. Oh! He's gonna freak on you again. Oh, man, he's got power. Boy, I tell you what, if viewers want to have their string stretched, oh, more than anything they have ever done, this is it. Now what do we do with him? Oh! Whoo! That puppy was eating some vitamins. Okay, I can see that thing again. Gargantuan fish. You watch your hand.
Okay, land them clean now, huh? Yeah. There you go.
Good job, guys. Woo-hoo! Look at that thing. It's just like a barn door laying there.
It's amazing. That fish fought 3 times harder than the first one. Why is it the biggest fish in the pond never fight until it's too late?
I don't know. He's been hanging out for quite a few hours, so he may have lost a little on us.
I don't know. They'll lose a lot of condition when you're fighting them.
The show will run twice in 1998. The first time, January, February, and March. The second, come on! Woo!
12, 11.
411 pounds!
All right.
Yee-haw!
What a day on the water. We only caught 4 fish, but with a combined weight of over 1,000 pounds. This beauty ended up being just 48 pounds off the world record. The second largest halibut landed in Alaska last year, and my arms and back will never forgive me.
$411.
On that same trip to Dutch Harbor, Chris and I had a chance to visit a place we found so obscure and teeming with fish, we thought we'd died and gone to heaven. Talk about fun. Off we were for a day of pink salmon fishing.
Yes! It's a big fish. I don't know what it is.
Oh, you got a great big male.
There he goes again. This is a big one, babe.
This is your first pinky? There you go. See?
Yeah, I've never
Now,
caught
move on
one
up,
of these.
move on up, move on up. Don't let him get back.
Never caught one of these before. Oh,
It's a big old male because he gets that great big hump. That's a nice one.
Look at that.
It's not a really big one, but it's just a real nice average one.
Ooh, that's some cold water. There he goes.
Chris, you cannot believe how many fish are right here in front of me. There's a ball of them that's got to be 6-8 feet thick. The whole thing is just fish.
Whoa, babe! You should see this one.
They're scarfing that little jig up now.
Due to their abundance and importance to traditional subsistence fishing here, pink salmon or humpbacks are considered a bread and butter fish in Alaska. They're the smallest of Pacific salmon, averaging 3 to 4 pounds. Unlike other salmon, which may migrate thousands of miles upstream to spawn, pinks spawn within only a few miles of the ocean, many right at the river mouths. For the angler, that means thousands of fish concentrated into a few prime spawning areas.
Everybody's got to see something like this. I've never seen anything like this with all these fish on top of one another.
Spawners prefer shallow riffles where flowing water breaks over coarse gravel or cobble-sized rock. That's exactly what this stretch of the river offers. We're simply casting 16th or 8th ounce jigs, depending upon current, upstream and letting them drift downstream, bouncing along the rocks.
Or something like that. There he is. But see, if I drift it downstream, I can get him to scoop it right up, just like that one did. And that's a big old male right there. You can see him down there. And to me, that's the challenge. It's not, can you hook a fish? It's how can I get a bait in between these and make them do what I want them to do? Because they don't want to feed, so I got to try and make them do it. Oh. Yep, tighten the drag a notch. That's a nice fish. Big old male. Come on. Hold still. Christine,
What did you catch?
look at this.
Polarized sunglasses help us locate dense groups of fish.
It's like in an aquarium. It is. Look at this.
This river, blackened with the humps of spawning fish, is a testament to Alaska's incredible abundance. Nowhere else on Earth is nature quite so generous.
This is as many fish as I've ever seen, I believe, in one spot. As far as you can go up this river. Of course, all the rivers up here get like this when the various kinds of salmon come in, Sometimes it's pinks and sometimes it's chum or sockeye or kings or silvers.
All 5 species of Pacific salmon are anadromous. They hatch in fresh water, spend part of their life in the ocean, then spawn and die back in fresh water. The old adage that salmon always return to the same river has been questioned in the scientific community, but most evidence confirms that, miraculously, they do. Theories vary as to how. They may have some kind of built-in compass that senses the Earth's magnetic field, while other evidence suggests they can smell their way home.
Ooh. Oh, man. Oh, not downriver. Ooh, silver. Big silver. See, that's a beaut right there.
In addition to amazing fishing, the Aleutian Islands play an important role in history, and because of Dutch Harbor's remote location, visitors don't need a museum ticket to see these remarkable remnants of the past. On Alaska Island is primarily owned by the native Aleut Indians, ancestors of the Eskimos. Their heritage may provide the original link to mankind's habitation of North America. In fact, one of the most important archaeological sites in the world is currently being excavated just 100 yards away from our hotel, the Grand Aleutian. Archaeologists have discovered a prehistoric home site with artifacts dating back 6,000 years. Previous excavations suggested Homo sapiens came to this continent from Asia on a land bridge less than 4,000 years ago. In a makeshift laboratory near the site, scientists from around the world are sorting and cataloging pieces found at this village. It's mind-boggling to think this quiet, lonely place was home to a thriving, cultured society long before the pyramids of Egypt were built. But Dutch Harbor is also central to a more recent chapter of American history. During World War II, the only enemy attack on American soil, other than Pearl Harbor, took place here in 1942. The Japanese, sensing the need to engage U.S. forces as urgently as possible in the Pacific, had already set up supply garrisons on 2 islands in the Aleutians. The Americans, fearing the possibility that Japan may island hop the Aleutians all the way to Anchorage and down the Pacific coast, built a Navy operations base named Fort Mears at Dutch Harbor. Japan's Aleutian campaign was actually a diversionary tactic to draw American forces north, away from Hawaii and Midway. So on June 3, 1942, the day before the Battle of Midway, a Japanese task force with 2 carriers attacked Dutch Harbor at 6 a.m. A second wave hit 6 hours later. The next day, they attacked again. Fort Mears suffered heavy damage, but the base survived and remained a key naval base for future battles in the North Pacific. 55 years later, eerie remnants of the war remain scattered around Dutch Harbor. Our hotel, the Grand Aleutian, on the site of the main barracks is still guarded by concrete pillboxes. Bomb craters scar the hillsides, and artillery bunkers overlook the Bering Sea. As long ago and forgotten as the Aleutian campaign was, these abandoned memorials are haunting reminders of an important page in American history. Some say we're the sum total of our people's history and our own life experiences. When it comes to the outdoors, I count myself so fortunate to have experienced all of the adventures that I have. I thought it'd be fun to look back at one of the wildest of them all today, and I hope you thought so as well. I'm Babe Winkelman. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, everybody, hey, good fishing.